What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are once again doing some online races. This is part of the Xbox lobby that I did like a week, maybe even 2 weeks ago, as you can see. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone who shows up to these open lobbies. It still amazes me how we're able to fill up a lobby within 5 seconds. It's quite incredible, but at the same time I always feel bad because I can't get enough people in, and I try to refresh the lobbies, but it's never quite enough. But here we go, ready for the start of this race, the Brazilian Grand Prix. 3 laps, no tricks at play, assists are enabled for those who need it, and believe me, there are a lot of people who do need it. But we get tangled up with Greek Master off of the start there. You can see turn 1 is just an absolute calamity every single time. I was taking it really slow. I've got an illegal overtake penalty on Maxime B9644. But we're not worrying about that too much because, well, I think he disconnected or quit straight away. You'll see right off the start, there's Maxime off to the left. We get tangled up with Greek Master. Maxime is still in front of us on the screen if you see, but we still get the illegal overtake on Maxime. We're trying to give a position back to someone who's already in front of us. I don't know how that works, Codemasters, but we've got the penalty for that, and we're dodging cars for days through turns 3 and 4, so that was really nice wreck avoidance there from us. Up the inside of the Ferrari into the fast right-hander. There's a Toro Rosso as well going sideways on the infield. And thankfully he ghosted. I did try to avoid him anyway. And it's P8. What an absolutely manic start this has been. Greek Master gets tied up on the back of that Williams there. And that's an easy spot for us. We run wide through the final corner. And Greek Master is going to get us back here on the start-finish straight. You'll know Greek Master from all our League Racing series. So, yeah, it's very important for us to stay in front of him if we can. We're running side by side here on the start-finish straight, and we'll see if we can overtake him around the outside into turn 1. If we can hold this, we'll have the inside for the right-hander. Bit of a compromised run, though. And Greek Master, he's played his cards actually very nicely. He might get me back up the inside into turn 4. We'll have to have this covered off. We have to play this very smart, and I think we have done so. So, threat averted from Greek Master. Next up is Yes, My Name's a Beer. And we'll see what we can do up against him. So this is the guy that Greek Master got tangled up with. So we'll need to proceed with caution if we can. Tiametmarduk sets the fastest up at the Grand Prix. We eclipse that by a 10th. So very close to the front, fastest lap time wise. But yeah, we've gone from like P19 to now P6. Hopefully there's a few penalties for the cars up ahead and maybe we can get on the podium. But quickly running out of time. Maybe I should have made this a 5-lap race. I normally do, just to give more racing, but I wanted to do lots and lots of different tracks. But you can see here, this guy in the Williams is blocking a little bit too much. We're getting warnings for collisions, I think, and nearing disqualification. But we banged that guy around the outside into P5. Next up is Benzilla and the group ahead. They were so close, but we only just missed out, and I think it is P5 for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So even with the penalties, we still had enough of a margin to the guys behind that we were able to finish in P5 just by 3/10. So WF1 Van Dorn wins the Grand Prix. Tiametmarduk, very quick former AOR Split 1 driver, gets P4. His fastest lap was very similar to mine at the front, but I didn't have the track position to do anything with it. 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix now, and we are underway once again from the back of the grid. There's a bit of carnage at the start-finish line. And what do you know? It's always us. Always us. Oh, and we got a penalty too. How typical. How bloody typical that the one person who spins in front of me spins into me and I get the penalty for that. How bullcrap is that? It is so damn typical that would happen to me, but we've got to get on with it. At least on the positive side, we've managed to like halve our grid position already. The amount of people that have gone spinning off in these opening corners of both of these races so far is actually really surprising. All the assists are enabled. This guy is blocking a little bit. I tried to switch to the outside, but I ran into him, so that was my fault. But yeah, absolutely manic scenes. Maybe the fact that it's a 3-lap race is really encouraging some over enthusiastic driving, shall we say. A lot of daring maneuvers being held today, but trying to go around the outside of the Force India there didn't quite work out. We get shoved off onto the grass, if my English will come through for me here. So this guy doesn't want to be overtaken, but we're going to do it anyway. Up the inside into the wall of Champions Corner, the final chicane. The Ferrari was going really slowly and ghosting as well. Losing the back end like crazy, losing my voice as well for some strange reason. 2-second time penalty. It's all happening in this Canadian Grand Prix. We're nearing disqualification as well, so let's not make any contact with anyone now. No more corner cuts because we'll be disqualified straight away. We're only about halfway through this race, 11.5 way through, so yeah, we'll see what we can do, but we're going to go up the inside of this Mercedes here. It might be up the inside of the Renault too, into the hairpin, and then it's a double overtake in one serving. Thank you very much. That was actually a really nice move. We were squeezed for room so much. We got it pulled up and got a really nice square exit, and we're actually able to pull away from the group behind, and they can continue that battle into next week. So we come across the line. It is P6. A pretty entertaining race nonetheless. 3-lap races, and all that carnage, all that action just like gets condensed into the minute that you just saw there. It is absolutely mad. Again, from 20th place on the grid, we move on to Baku now, and after starting last here again, I've realized that I've left the start grid on reversed. So it's reversed based on the car that you're in. And so for the next one, I think I turned it to random, because I was thinking that the game, for some reason, was really hating on me today and giving me the worst luck by starting me last, but it was actually my fault. There's cars spinning everywhere. We made contact with a Red Bull, and it wouldn't be an open lobby without getting a penalty on the first lap, would it? I don't think so. We move on to lap 2 now. We get dive bombed by Fire, Venton, 6, 7, 8. And that was fun. We move on to the end of lap 2, catching up the Greek Master and the Williams. These guys have just been locked in combat all day, and we avert that battle very, very swiftly, setting the fastest lap in the process on the last lap, and that was that Baku race. Nothing really going on there. But again, 20th to the top few positions. I was very happy with that. We now move on to Silverstone, wet race. Finally, this one actually was a random grid, but we still start 19th place, so the game does in fact hate me. So we'll see how we go. Away we go for this race. It's going to be Carnage as well. Rain always throws up some messy races, and turn 1 was absolutely no exception. As a Williams, just cars everywhere. Why do I even bother to commentate on that? I can't keep up with the World War III war zone that is going on the run into turn 3. That was absolutely mad. 3-second time penalty. Don't even think I don't know why I complain anymore. Why should I even bother? Side by side with the Williams again, and we'll see if we can get in. That Force India was blocking and slowing up that other guy. Maybe a bit of a grudge being held there, but promotes me up into the top 10, and now we can move on with some of the more experienced and just faster drivers. So hopefully we can have some good racing from here, but a lot of people running wide, a lot of people making mistakes, and that guy in the Toro Rosso a little too eager on the throttle there, spinning out into my path, and thankfully there was no penalty to be had there, but it allowed Dragon Pro 200 in the Williams to sneak up the inside of me there. So with a lap and a half to go, our goal is to overtake this guy and maybe see if we can catch up to the back of Greek Master in the battle that he is having at the moment with the guys inside the top 10. So we'll see if we can set up this guy nicely, sort of a slow in, fast out run through the final part of the S's. Rich revs, running with I think 3.6 downforce. So on the balance of things, we'll have better straight line speed than most others in this lobby. Most of just the casuals, I suppose. So it has made overtaking very, very easy for me today. And we got the inside into the club section. That was really enthusiastic and really daring there. I probably shoved him out a little bit too wide there. He gives me a bit of a touch. On the run into the final corner, we've completely spun out, and it's back to square one as we get overtaken by a Sauber off the track. So I'll be having that position back, thank you very much. There's a bit of karma as well, shoved off the track. The Toro Rosso is up my inside, and McLaren is spinning off the turn 1. Everything is happening in this race, literally everything. It's probably one of the most manic online races I've had in the longest time. This is absolutely mad scenes. I didn't even turn off the assists either. That's the thing. So many mistakes, so many crashes, so much battling and so much crashing, all in the space of 3 laps. I swear more has happened in this one race than what has happened in the entire of my career mode series. It's a little bit sad, but that's actually quite true. But anyway, last lap now. We're going to see if we can overtake both Raymond and Dragon Pro. The guy in the Renault is going really slowly, and we're going to see if we can go up the inside. No, he covers to the inside, so we're going to do the switchback and get him back. No, the sail with dive bombsy up the inside, and that is that move shut down. So it might be P11, maybe P10 if we can slide up the inside of this Renault here through the final corner. We've completely spun out, and that is the race. Wow. What was that race? Can someone please explain to me what that race was? Here's the final couple of corners here. I saw these guys going really tight to the inside, so I thought, okay, I'll do the slow in, fast out. I'll switch around the outside and get them like around the outside through the fast right or the next right-hander. Didn't happen. The Sauber put an end to those plans that I had there. But that was the race. We ended up in 13th place, and there's still crashes going on after the race is finished, so... I don't know what to title this video, and I don't have any words that will describe like what that race was. It was just a demolition derby, just about, in an F1 game, so there you go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I see plenty more F1 2017 videos, and if you do want to get involved with me racing, follow me on Twitter. I'll leave a link down in the description. I'll make a tweet whenever I'm ready to go online, and I'll say what platform I'm going on, and we'll get some races going. So hopefully I can race some of you guys. I've done a lot of racing on Xbox over the years. I did a PS4 lobby the other day or the other week, so I think I'll do probably PC next and then PS4 again on the wheel, and hopefully we can get some new names in, some fresh faces, and we can have some good battles. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.